All right, so now we're looking at finding the rate and then the number, which would be the number of terms, for a different compounding period. So let's have a look at what I mean. For an investment of $3,000, it's 6.4% for 2 years, which is very normal, with interest compounded quarterly. Now, this is different, okay? So they compound the interest quarterly. So what they mean is in 1 year, they do it 4 times, okay? Because they do it at each quarter of a year. So the first question says, write the given interest rate so that it matches the compounding year. So the compounding year is quarterly. Okay, so we go like this. Change the compounding figure to a decimal. So we know that it's quarterly, so it's a quarter. And to change it to decimal, you go 1 divided by 4, or you probably know already that it's 0.25. We know we've changed it to a decimal. Next step, multiply it by the rate. So our rate is 6.4. So we go 0.25 times by 6.4, and we get 1.6% per quarter. Okay, so now we've got our rate. Our rate is now changed to a per quarter rate, okay, which is 1.6. Just pause me here and write down all the steps, okay? Right. Next thing the question says is state the value of the rate and the term to be used in the compound interest formula. So what are we going to use in our actual formula? Okay, so we state the value of R as a decimal. So we take our 1.6% and we change it to a decimal. And you know how to do that. You divide it by 100. Divide by 100. We get 0.016. Okay, so now identify how many compounding periods are in a year. So we know, because we know it's 2 years, but we just want to know in 1 year, okay? We know it's quarterly, so there's actually 4 in 1 year. So 1 year, we've got 4 because they said quarterly. And how many periods in 2 years? Well, if there's 4 in 1 year, it'll be 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So our little t, our little to the power of, is going to be to 8. Our new rate is going to be 0.016. Okay, so you've worked out all your figures so that you can now actually do this. And again, pause me here, write this out so that you can follow the instructions. So then C will say, so N is equal to, remove this thing so you can see. So N, our little number at the top, is equal to 8. Okay, thank you. Right, so now use the compound interest formula to calculate the final value of the investment. So what is the formula? A is equal to P, our principal, which we know is 3,000, 1 plus our rate. Now our rate, remember we said was 0.016, and our term, our little t, was 8. So let's put that in. There we go, 3,000, 1 plus 0.064 to the power of 8. Let's add our 1 plus 0.064, and we get 3,000, 1.064 to the power of 8. We in our calculator, and we get 3,613 and 65 cents. So use the compound interest formula to calculate the final value. That is the final value of the investment. Okay. So you've written this all down, and now I want you to go and give it a try.